If you are leaving a marriage, first of all, I applaud you for making a decision for you and doing what's right for you. It's hard to pick yourself when you become one with somebody because you're one. And then all of a sudden, when things are bad, you have to just choose you. So I went into a business that I was passionate about, which is decor and hair, and I'm acting now, so.
Well, Portia.
Before Damon answers the woman, I want you to know that we are here to laugh. In fact, we are here to laugh at the woke. And I don't know why The View keeps on inviting this guy, because I don't know, it seems like this guy keeps on trolling them, but it seems like they can't do without the guy. Let's watch the video and enjoy what. I've already started laughing.
After listening to all of that, I see why you had 2 failed marriages. We should encourage women not to leave a marriage. Of course, there are exceptions like abuse and other things, but when you say to women out there, I applaud you for making decisions for you and doing what's right for you, it's not all about you. You make decisions that's good for the outcome of your children, which is to grow up with something called a father in the household. I mean, a study after study shows that kids with both parents do better with grades, friends, and future, okay? So I think with that advice of yours...
Do you see their faces?
You're basically encouraging women to follow your path, sacrifice their kids to play the main character, maybe have a career if they're lucky, yet still end up miserable like Whoopi.
What is wrong with this guy, man? Look at him. I think...
I am not depressed, Sonny.
I'm coming. Wait, let me give credit to this channel. I think...
Yet still end up miserable.
We'll continue, but I want to give credit to this channel because I got the video from there. What's the name of the channel? I think it's Catch Up, yeah? Catch Up, yeah.
I am not oppressed, Sonny. I have the same opportunities as everyone else, and I'm absolutely offended by condescending liberals like you telling me that I am a victim and that I'm oppressed.
February is still Black History Month. And when it's Native American History Month, or it's Chicano or Latino History Month, we're going to celebrate those too.
I think we should celebrate White History Month too. I mean, the Industrial Revolution.
He always, like, he knows when to come at them. He's so good with handling the woke, let's say, community, that anytime he listens to them, it's like he has a counter message. I don't know, the guy is so good.
Much of modern science, technology, and infrastructure, all of it were pioneered by white people, not to mention the best countries on the planet being white countries. So I think we should celebrate White History Month, and obviously it should be July. Summer is in full swing. The barbecue is crackling with juicy steaks, okay? The lemonade, so cold, is practically sweating. And the sweet smell of freshly cut grass, all of that just screams white.
Look at them. Just look at them.
She goes on to talk about how he puts animals in blenders to feed his birds of prey.
Baby chicks and mice.
But the point here is, think about the mentality of what it takes to physically do what you're asking that person to do and stop. There are stories about people that kill animals and what you need to lack to be able to do that. This man seems dangerous.
Well, Sarah, experiments funded by a very good friend of this show, Dr. Fauci, locked puppies inside cages with their head in boxes filled with sandflies, eating their faces alive. Now that is a dangerous man, I would say, a psycho. But he's a friend of yours, okay? Not someone who feeds their birds of prey their natural diet. So clearly, you don't have any idea how feeding a predatory animal or the food chain in general works, because you live inside a Disney La La Land where Simba has gone vegan. And I would say, thank God that you don't have any birds of prey, because if you did, they would be dead from hunger by now.
He said, you live in Disney La La Land.
Well, Elon, I'm a little worried, particularly with this USAID stuff.
And let's not forget, USAID advances national security, works to protect human rights and improve global health. So why they're going after that?
Well, let me first, Bill. Frankly, I think you should rather be worried about the Epstein client list, okay? To your question, Whoopi, why are they going after
What? This guy?
USAID? How about I pull up a list? This one is not as famous as the list that you're familiar with, but this is a list of the taxpayer-funded USAID projects. $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt. $8 million to Politico, a propaganda arm of the Democratic Party, just like this show. $47,000 for transgender opera in Colombia. What is that about? $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala. You will love this one, Bill. $1 million for bat research in Wuhan, China. $20 million on a new Sesame Street show in Iraq. Like it's U.S. taxpayers' responsibility to bring fucking Cookie Monster to Iraq. And the list goes on.
We're going to go to break.
And the other thing,
But to me, honestly speaking, the USAID was a messed up institution. They are in Africa, and people are claiming, or people have evidence, that the USAID were involved in certain coups in Africa. Look, it's just a front. It's just a front. They don't do anything to help the nation, the world. It's just a front for illegal, useless stuff. Just to be clear on that.
I'll say is, and the engineering dog team under Elon Musk, they range in age from 19 to 25.
Yeah.
And they are the ones that have the access to our most serious, sensitive information, and they have no real work experience. What happened to meritocracy?
Well, Sonny, all government agencies, IRS, DOJ, DOD, DHS, all of them have always had access to our sensitive information. Now, over 3.5 million people work across all of these agencies. And if you do the math and filter that number down right over here, Whoopi, if you filter that number down to employees with access to our sensitive information, you're looking at about 450,000 people. But you're only upset at a handful of them just because they work for Elon Musk. So I don't know if you're going to air this, because you just embarrassed yourself.
It angers me when people are like, this woke stuff, it's got to go. That's telling me that you don't care about my lived experience.
It's like Damon always, he always knows what they are up to. And he's ever ready, prepared to meet them good for good. The way, he looks at them, I think, he always knows what they are up to. That's all. Because the guy is so good at handbags. I don't know, but I think he's the best in what he does.
You don't care about the oppression of the LGBTQ community. You don't care about the oppression of the disabled. You don't care about the oppression of immigrants. You don't care about your fellow neighbor. And that is ungodly. That is not Christian. So.
Well, yeah, but you know what the most ironic thing is?
They don't care about it, and they don't care about it while wearing big fat crosses around their necks.
Yes.
Well,
Wait, I gotta step in here. Sonny, about your lived experience. You're doing better than over 99% of the country. You're not oppressed. And no one is oppressing the disabled. They are oppressed by their disability. And with LGBT, well, taking over every corporation, running the culture with an entire month in your name, and turning every criticism into a hate crime is not exactly oppression. It's called a privilege that others do not have. And with immigrants, I'm an immigrant. I am not oppressed, Sonny. I have the same opportunities as everyone else, and I'm absolutely offended by condescending liberals like you telling me that I am a victim and that I'm oppressed. And all of this cuts right into the core of your wokeness, trading righteousness and virtue signaling to look good while shutting down everyone who doesn't bow to your narrative, like calling Christians ungodly for not being woke. By the way, try saying that to Muslims who are not woke either, and you will quickly realize just how kind Christians have been to you.
That's very true. That's very true. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it.
You have to grab
It seems to me that you need a candidate who's like Trump on the left, somebody who speaks the vernacular. He comes out there and he might as well say, "Oh, I got a hemorrhoid today," and people like it because it's real.
Well, you said it, Joy. Trump is real, and I don't think you were supposed to say that, but it's true. The modern left and the Democrats, they are the fakest people in politics. On a script all the time. They put on nice faces. They say all the nice words, yet completely untouched with reality. And people notice that. No one likes fakery, okay? Not to mention that fake moral high ground from your people. Like, Sonny, you scream cultural appropriation all the time, yet here you are, I'll look at you. I say congratulations with your new hairstyle. It looks good on you, but you straightened it and you colored it blonde. That's stealing white people's culture.
I'm sorry, this whole...
This guy is something else.
All of this, the money cutting, all this stuff. I'm sorry. The United States government made a deal with Elon Musk for those cars of his. And what was the price?
$400 million.
$400 million. Cut that out.
Well, Whoopi, the deal that you're talking about was made by Joe Biden with Tesla. And Trump just canceled it, by the way. So if there's any questions of conflict of interest, there you have your answer. But in general, the US government pays numerous companies like Boeing, Lockheed, Tesla, and many others, but to innovate, create jobs, and grow the economy, and to cut emission, okay? We will get back to that. But Doja, on the other hand, is just cutting wasteful spending and exposing government corruption. Big difference there, whoop whoop. And I gotta say, it's quite telling that everyone on this panel constantly advocate for climate action, and you cheer for government use of your tax dollars to cut emissions, yet you oppose Tesla, the world's leader in reducing vehicle emission, receiving these funds. Meaning, you're willing to let the planet get destroyed because you don't like the guy who's trying to save it. Or you don't actually believe in climate change. So, which one is it?
I will answer it for them. They don't believe in climate change. As a matter of fact, I believe this climate change phenomenon has been too overhyped. There are certain elements of truth in it, but it has been too overhyped. My honest opinion. Look at it.
As a fact check, America does not have a king. Donald Trump is not a king. Ukraine is not run by a dictator. It is run by the duly elected president Zelensky.
Who did not invade themselves, by the way.
Who did not invade themselves and has a 57% approval rating with his own people.
Wait, Alicia, let's just examine Zelensky not being a dictator in that fact check of yours. I'll even grant you the argument that he's not holding elections because his country is under martial law. Okay. But aside from not holding elections, Zelensky has shut down every single media outlet that is not a state run. Okay? He has jailed multiple journalists and he has banned all opposition parties. Now, all of those actions spell out one word. What's that word, Alicia? Just let it out, Alicia. Go ahead.
A lot of these people, in my opinion, have been misled. They thought that grocery prices would come down. They're up. They thought inflation was coming down. It's up.
Well, Joy, Trump has been in office for what? A month? And if you had any clue about how the economy works, which you clearly don't, but I gotta say, I give you credit for embarrassing yourself anyway, you would realize that it takes way longer than that to bring down the Biden inflation. And that's because Trump does not have a magic wand like the one that you people use to change genders.
Oh, my head. My head. I have headache. Oh, this guy. Oh.
And unfortunately, we see that ever since day one, baby, that pen been going and it ain't stopped, and it's steamrolling over all of our rights and our liberties and our freedoms and everything that we thought was the foundation of this country, our Constitution.
Yes.
Seems like we're saying, well, nope, with a pen, get rid of the Constitution. With a pen, get rid of impoundment and other laws that exist.
Well, Jasmine, can you give me one example of something in the Constitution that Trump has gotten rid of, or a right that he has taken away from you? Just one example.
Biggest blow. Biggest blow. Oh.
Anyone?
It's like they just talk. It's like they love to talk. But they don't know what they are saying. They just love to talk. It is a big disgrace to the oh.